Hey guys, Double Wide 6, and today I'm doing a little video on a flathead 12.5 Briggs & Stratton that has a pretty common problem. The good news is I have my little man Bobby in here, and today he's fixing his bike. What are you going to do to your bike?
I don't know.
Alright, he's going to be working on his bike, and I'm going to be working on this tractor, and we're going to do a little bit of wrenching together. So I know a lot of you guys have been asking about how he's doing, and he's doing real well.
We went to Dorney.
We went to Dorney Park today, went on Steel Force a few times, and we had a good day. And now we're back and we're working together in the shop. And Bobby was here when this tractor caught on fire, remember that? How did I put it out?
Fire extinguisher.
What?
Fire extinguisher.
Fire extinguisher. So you always want to have one of these in the shop, and I'm very happy I had one because this thing lit up like a champ. It was basically the carburetor here where it had the air filter off, and the flames were going up there, and I instantly put it out. I got an ABC, well, different class ABC fire extinguisher, and that'll put out basically any type of fire, and it put it out like instantly. So always got to be careful and always need to have the right safety precautions when you're working. But anyhow, we'll show you what's wrong with this thing. So this engine had no compression, and as you can see, that's the exhaust valve on the bottom. That one moves. And the intake valve up top, it moves, but it's not moving all the way. And if you look real closely in the hole right here where the intake manifold goes on, you can see that there's a loose valve seat. So we're going to have to pull the head off this thing and reset that seat. And that's what this video is about. So I was able to go through and pop the head off the engine, and just as we saw when we looked through here, you can see that the seat for the intake valve is loose.
Yeah.
And that's what we need to repair. So we're going to go ahead and loosen up the valve spring, pull out the keyhole clip, and we'll get the valve out of there and see if the valve's in decent shape or not. There's also some carbon buildup here, so we want to clean that.
And then like the motor's crooked right here.
Yeah, a little bit of the motor's crooked there. Actually, we had to loosen up the old muffler there because we couldn't get out the head bolts. So we're going to go ahead here and get that valve pulled out.
I asked them if you...
Alright, I have the valve here and the seat, and what we're going to do is I cleaned everything off, make sure no oil's on that seat, and we're going to line that up with the hole, and we're going to put the valve stem
like right in there a little.
through here, and we're going to take a hammer and we're going to tap this right back into the block. Just like that.
Looking at that, it may look easy, but it's kind of hard.
You're right. Alright, so now that we have everything seated, I'm just taking a punch, and we want to go out and around this perimeter and lock that ring into place. My little guy's learning how to put air in his tires. He's getting it. Alright, let's go. Now we're going to go a step further and just take a flat punch and tap each of these in. That's even going to put more pressure on this ring. So this is what it looks like. I went around and locked that thing in place. Now what I got to do is grind that valve, and I'm also gonna grind the exhaust valve and check the clearances on this thing. I'm not sure what it needs to be set to, so I'm gonna go through and do that. If you are interested in that, I already have a video, and I'll put a link to that underneath this video on how to do a valve job on a flathead engine. Alright, so I got that thing seated in there. Looks good. You know, there was a little bit of damage that was caused by that loose seat. You know, when it came out and got jammed in there. But it looks good, and when I ground it, you know, it looks like it's going to seal pretty good. So anyhow, this usually happens where the valve seat comes loose. You know, it's due to heat, and this aluminum gets hot and it expands, you know, more than the steel, and the steel ring there, that seat pops out. And usually what happens, if you look up at like these fins, you can, I don't know, well, you can see it, but that's all packed in with dirt, and that can cause heat. And there's some down on this side as well, so we're going to go through and clean that. Another thing that can cause it is you know, partially sheared flywheel key can cause it to fire wrong, and I've seen mufflers turn bright red, so that can cause excessive heat as well. But overall, I think this looks pretty good. I still have to set the valve clearance and put this thing back together, but I think it gives you a good idea of how to repair this. Alright, got this thing back together. Let's cold start the beast. Well, we got it running. We got to let the oil burn off. Sounds pretty good though. Alright guys, just finished up. I cleaned it up. I did a little bit of cutting with it. Everything works. The lights, the deck, the belts, the transmission's good. Tried it on some hills, doesn't slip. Power's up good. So yeah, it's a good little tractor. I think the brand on there says Quality Farm and Country. I think they sell these things out at Tractor Supply. It's basically a Craftsman LT1000. Anyhow, you know, I bought this thing. The guy that I got it from told me that he was pretty sure that this thing worked because he had cleaned out a house that belonged to his buddy's parents, and you know, he got it for free and just wanted to get rid of it. I spun over the flywheel, and you know, I knew it didn't have compression, and I was just, you know, hoping it was something easy with the valves, and I knew there were no holes in the block, and the overall condition of the thing looked good. It's, you know, garage kept. So anyhow, you got to be careful when you buy stuff. I got the thing dirt cheap because I told them, you know, there was no compression. So you got to kind of know what you're looking at. Anyhow, I'm double wide 6, and in the bottom of this video I'm going to put a link to where you can get some basic parts for this, or your Craftsman LT1000, spark plugs, filters, all that type of stuff. Anyhow, thanks for watching, and if you have any comments, just put them down below. See ya.